Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. Joaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Usman. I was a little back and forth on this fight as well. I looked at it this morning. The highlights of both guys, full fights, not just the highlights, tendencies. I looked at, I look at more than just championship history and all that. Because Kamaru, as we all know, he had 5 title defenses at welterweight. He won the title from Tyron Woodley back in 2019, and then lost it in 2022 to Leon Edwards by knockout. And since then, he's been on a bit of a roller coaster. He lost the title to Leon Edwards, lost the rematch to Leon Edwards by decision. And then he got beat by decision last year by Khamzat Chimaev. Now, granted, Khamzat's a beast. And when he fought Khamzat, it was at middleweight. So it wasn't even his weight class. So that was good on him. But I don't know if he still has it or not. That's debatable. Anybody can say that. I don't think anybody knows that, to be honest, except for Kamaru Usman himself. And then we have Buckley on the other side. Oh, my goodness. He is a stud. He destroys people. Most notably, his fight with Colby Covington. He proved to be a lot more than just a regular striker. And what made the Covington victory so special is because while Usman was champion, he fought Covington twice. And people could say, like myself, that Colby probably is not the same fighter as he was 4, 5, 6 years ago, like most MMA fighters do, Up until then, he was grabbing people, throwing people around, ragdolling them, and Colby just did not get tired. He was like the Cain Velasquez of the welterweight division. Free Kane, by the way. He shouldn't be locked up like that. He should not be at all. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that because that made me pretty mad to see him end up like that. But for me, it came down to who has looked better recently and against quality competition. About like I said in my video yesterday with Holloway and Poirier, I'm going to go with Buckley in this one. I think Buckley is just because at this point in his career, it's not even that I don't think Usman wants it anymore or he's just not capable. Well, I didn't mean that first part I said. It's not that I don't think he's capable or he needs to retire or anything like that. I kind of see the same thing trending with Israel Adesanya. He's coming off multiple losses at this point. He's been finished and sometimes. Now, granted, with Usman, he didn't get finished until he lost his title to Leon Edwards. But after that, he still hasn't won, And Adesanya, same thing. He hasn't won in a while. What I'm getting to is both were dominant champions for a while, beat up a lot of people. And, MMA fighters, they all talk about, even boxers, they say that their bodies go through so much training, through so much weight cut, so much of everything, and taking blows to the head, whether you're training or actually fighting in a cage, I feel like fighters are not the same anymore, I feel like Kamaru, the main thing I'm worried about with him, though, is he still as hungry? Because at this point in his career, he's already proven himself. He's already had the title and defended it 5 times. He's been the best of his generation. And Buckley still has not had a title shot yet, and he's really young. So that's why I'm leaning towards Buckley. And the main thing I saw with his Covington fight was he was able to defend takedowns. Colby Covington tried to shoot in on him several times and couldn't get him down. And he was able to pick him apart on the feet and beat him up pretty bad. And again, I know Colby Covington's been through a lot in the last several years in his fighting and even in his personal life. But that's still pretty impressive considering Colby Covington's one of the better welterweights, even though he's controversial. So with that being said, I'm a Masvidal fan, by the way. With that being said, I have Joaquin Buckley. He should win this fight. I think he actually gets a TKO over Kamaru Usman. I think he'll just be able to frustrate Usman because Usman's not going to. Here's the thing. Colby and Kamaru beat him twice. But if you had to look at individual skills, Usman was a better striker. But Colby, had the better wrestling. If he couldn't do anything with him, I think that's going to hurt Kamaru in the long run. Because if he has to be forced to stand with Buckley, it's going to go against him. And I think it does. I predict within about 2 rounds, maybe late first round, Joaquin gets a knockout. I think Kamaru tries to blitz because he tries to go for takedowns and can't get it and says, man, bump this. I got to get him on the feet. And then he gets caught and gets put away, overwhelmed with strikes. Joaquin Buckley be a TKO. He's good with head kicks. I think he'll fake a head kick and then he'll reverse it and hit him with a spinning heel kick and knock him and drop him, get on top, beat him up, and then the referee has to pull him off. Now, again, Usman could win this fight, and I'm thinking about making other videos in terms of how I think Poirier could beat Holloway, even though I got Holloway winning, or vice versa with Usman. But I got to give the nod to Joaquin Buckley. I think he's on the rise.